Well, let's go back to our newsmaker line, and here's a young man that is doing a lot of great things within the DMV. He has Why Not Us? Why Not Us project, and he is Ricky Goins. Hey, Ricky, good afternoon. Welcome to In and Out of Sports. And, man, you are a young man following into my footsteps. And when I decide to give it up, which is going to be a while, but when I do, I may look to you to fill the seat here, man, because you have a passion for D.C. area basketball similar to mine. Welcome.
Thanks, Coach. I really appreciate that.
Yeah. Well, man, what is Why Not Us? And you know, what started Why Not Us?
It's interesting. I started a program called Everyone Deserves a Shot. And what we do is help kids find scholarships. You know, through that work, I got to know a lot of kids local to D.C. in the Maryland area, and I found out they don't know much about D.C. basketball or D.C. sports prior to Kevin Durant.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, one of my mentors was Stacey Robinson, D.C. legend, my dad, Ricky Goins, who played ball as well, Ed Swells. And, you know, talking to these guys, you realize that, you know, they have a lot of history, but, you know, connecting them with the newer generation is what I felt like I could do. So I started this project, and, you know, the goal is to kind of visualize the history of D.C. basketball through the different platforms that young people use today, social media, we talk about Instagram and Twitter, Facebook, and then really bring about that information so they can know some of the things about DC basketball that they may not otherwise have found the information on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You made a point, and I've been saying this all along, not taking anything away from a Kevin Durant, because he is definitely on his way to be that fourth face on D.C. area basketball, Mount Rushmore, so to speak. But there were people before him. And everything I start with basketball in this area starts with Rabbit Elgin Baylor. Then you have Adrian Dantley, Dave Bing, Adrian Dantley. And, you know, then the debate starts with the Will Jones, the Austin Carrs, and people like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, talk to us. Mm-hmm.
Oh, definitely. And just some of the little things, you know, like I said, through the scholarship work, you know, I work close with Mike Riley at UDC, and I realized a lot of the kids don't know UDC won a national championship in 1982, and they had a first-round draft pick 2 years later, Earl Jones, to the Los Angeles Lakers, the same year Michael Jordan got drafted. Mm-hmm. They don't know about like a JoJo Hunter who was almost went pro out of high school, or Dunbar in 1976 won a national championship. A.C. Woodson actually just finished 33-0 this year, but they don't know that 1985 Spingarn was really good as well. So what we do is we put a lot of profiles, a lot of pictures up on our Twitter and on my Facebook. And what it realizes is it really does connect the newer generation and older generations, because a lot of guys that did play at that time see the post and they'll reach out to me and give me ideas and things, and we're open to that. So, you know, we'll be putting up a website soon, and, you know, I think that the kids, if they see that, they'll have a more appreciation for what they're doing as well, that, you know, they're continuing a legacy that's been going on for a very long time, even back to Earl Lloyd. First black to play in the NBA from D.C. A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's just creating that whole, you know, the connection.
Yeah, keeping the legacy alive. We're so pleased to have Ricky Goins Jr. and D.C. Ricky, they call you. And also, Ricky, you can add to that Coach John Thompson, the first black man to win a Division I national championship. You can add to that James Beanie Howe was the first black to officiate in the Final Four. I mean, it goes on and on. Ronnie Hogue out of McKinley Tech was the first black to have a scholarship basketball-wise at the University of Georgia. To have two players from D.C. on an Olympic team, and I don't know whether you're aware of this, but that 1976 Olympic basketball team had Kenny Carr, Adrian Dantley, and John Thompson, all a part of that team. Coach Thompson was the assistant coach under Dean Smith, and of course Kenny Carr and Adrian Dantley were on the team. And then you have Spingarn with Elgin Baylor and Dave Bing, both in the Hall of Fame, top 50 players. I don't know if there are other schools or many schools that have two Hall of Famers. So, I mean, it really goes on and on and on. Hey, Rick, stay with us. I want you to talk about your project coming up where you're going to do a history of DC basketball and also give out some information so if our listeners want to contact you, they can.
Okay.
Yep. Why Not Us Project. Ricky Goins Jr. is aboard. More from him just ahead. Hey, tell a neighbor that covers the DMV and the Pulse like we do here on In and Out of Sports. And again, folks, please support the businesses. As I mentioned, McClinton Travels. If you're interested in traveling at a tremendous reduction, write the number down, 571-505-2090. That's 571-505-2090. And beautified fronts and home improvement for lawns and any type of household repairs. That number is 240-343-5924. And for the gym, for the camp, I highly recommend the camp for the Answer Gym is 240-510-3622. Well, let's go back to our newsmaker line, and we have Why Not Us Project, Ricky Goins Jr. And Ricky, we got about a minute or so left, but I want you to talk about your up-and-coming project and why you are doing it. And I started it, but when I started this show, I kind of dropped it, so you can pick up the mantle.
Yeah, so we're, like I said, we're really going to focus on getting the information out about just DC basketball, the history of it. I partner with a production company, Dream Up, with a young man named Shalafi Oriola, who's done a great job doing videos in this area. We're going to do a series of about 15 to 20-minute documentaries. We're going to start out one on Michael Graham. We're going to do one on UDC basketball.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do one just on DC playground basketball and a couple of topics like that, just to make it create a visual and making them short because that's what this generation likes, and hopefully it'll take off. And we'll get some traction and people will be informed.
Also when you look at DC in basketball, look at the area. DC has won a basketball collegiate championship at all three divisions. Division I with Georgetown and the University of Maryland. Division II, as you mentioned, University of the District of Columbia, and Division III with Catholic University.
Yeah.
So, and also I would advise to do some research on Dr. Edwin B. Henderson, who is from the Washington area and is known as the godfather or the black godfather of basketball. So, research him because that'll be interesting as well. Now, if folks want to contact you, they can do that how, Rick?
Yeah, they can email us at whynotusproject@gmail.com, or they can contact us at 301-755-7589. That's we appreciate any support and ideas.
All right, thanks a lot, man. And look, use me as a resource. And as people say, well, if you're doing this, you got to call the coach. On In and Out of Sports. Gladly use this platform to advance your project.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
All right, and that was Ricky Goins Jr. from the Why Not Us Project. And let's keep stepping.